The story begins with a boy named Yen. Then we see that a few days earlier, Yen and his father, Vincent, went to a store to buy something. Vincent went inside while Yen waited outside. Inside the store, Vincent hid some bottles of alcohol in his jacket and signaled to Yen. At that moment, Yen used his magical powers to create an illusion that prevented the shopkeeper from noticing the theft. Their plan succeeded, and Vincent quietly walked out of the store. He told Yen that he was going to get the car and asked him to maintain the illusion until then. Yen kept the illusion intact, but suddenly, some girls arrived, distracting him. As a result, his illusion broke, and the shopkeeper immediately realized the theft. Furious, the shopkeeper grabbed a hammer and ran after Vincent. Then she noticed Yen and started approaching him. But before she could do anything, Yen warned her to stay back. However, the woman, enraged, attempted to attack Yen. In self-defense, Yen pulled out a gun, but when she still didn't stop, he suddenly fired at her. The woman collapsed to the ground, and blood started flowing from her stomach. Before anyone could see them, Vincent quickly took Yen and fled in their car. Just as they left, a police officer arrived and saw the woman lying on the ground in pain. But the truth was that she hadn't actually been shot. The gun and the blood were all another illusion created by Yen. Regardless, the woman reported the theft to the police and urged them to chase Vincent. Soon, the police were on their tail. Seeing this, Vincent became furious because he didn't want his car to be blacklisted. He ordered Yen to quickly change the car's appearance, and Yen did exactly that. However, after a while, Yen expressed his frustration, saying that he was tired of these petty thefts. He suggested that they use his powers to rob a bank. Vincent, however, refused, saying that the risk of getting caught was too high. He explained that if anyone ever discovered Yen's powers, the government would capture him and use him for their own purposes. Meanwhile, the police were closing in on them. To escape, Yen created another illusion, making the officers believe that there was a heavy snowstorm and that their car had overturned. But in reality, the car was perfectly fine and nothing had happened to them. At this point, we see a woman named Adriana watching a CCTV footage where Yen was using his powers. Seeing this, she sighed in relief because she had been searching for him for years. The next morning, Yen had a terrifying dream in which a woman named Asla was screaming while holding a baby in her arms. He woke up startled, and Vincent wished him a happy birthday. Vincent was preparing something special for him, and Yen thanked him. A little later, Yen said he was going to celebrate his birthday at an arcade. On the other hand, we see the police officer from the previous day talking to his friend, explaining how the heavy snowfall had prevented him from catching the thieves. However, his friend didn't believe him because it had never snowed in that area before. During this conversation, a man named Percept was secretly listening to them. He overheard that some special agents were searching for Yen and Vincent, so he also started tracking them. That evening, Adriana and her men found Vincent on his boat, but Yen was not with him. Adriana revealed that she was from an agency, and it seemed like she and Vincent knew each other from before. In reality, they both used to work for a special organization that experimented on people like Yen. Adriana then began torturing Vincent to get information about Yen. However, soon, she received news that Yen's location had been found. Agents were sent to capture him, but before they could get to him, Perceiver was already there. Seeing Adriana's men, he attacked them and tried to protect Yen. He then warned Adriana that he was right there. Adriana knew how powerful Percept was, so she ordered her men to stop him at all costs, as she couldn't let him reach Yen. Now, Percept became their new target. However, he managed to deceive the agents by creating an illusion. Yen saw him and realized that there were others like him who could create illusions. Soon, multiple agents attacked Percept at once, capturing him and placing a metal mask over his head. Then, a woman named Esther and some agents arrived, capturing Yen and taking him to Adriana. In the van, where Vincent was already unconscious, Adriana put a metal mask on Yen's head as well and sent his blood sample to the lab for testing. Meanwhile, Percept brutally eliminated all the agents who had captured him. He then removed his metal mask and set out to stop Adriana's van, but by then, it was already too late. Sometime later, Adriana removed Yen's metal mask and told him that he was now at the agency's headquarters. When Yen asked what she wanted from him, Adriana told him about an organization called The Awareness. She explained that this organization was run by people who used their powers to control the world. She also revealed that Percept was the last remaining member of this organization and that he wanted to recruit Yen. However, Adriana wanted Yen to give her the formula that had given him his powers. She needed it to find a way to kill Percept. That's when Yen realized that he was nothing more than a test subject to them. He declared that he wanted to leave with his father, but Adriana refused. She told him that if he wanted to see his father, he would have to do as she said. She ordered him to create a specific type of illusion. Yen complied, but then he demanded to see his father before doing anything more. Eventually, Adriana took Yin to Vincent. That's when Yin realized that Adriana and Vincent already knew each other. He asked them how they had met, and Adriana told him that he would find out soon enough. She then told Yin that he could enter Vincent's mind and uncover the truth through his memories. Vincent strongly forbade Yin from doing so, but Yin didn't listen. Adriana then showed Yin a picture of Asla and told him to enter Vincent's memories to see who she was. Vincent repeatedly tried to stop him, but Yin still entered his memories. There, he discovered that Vincent used to work with Adriana many years ago. One day, Vincent had kidnapped a woman's child and fled. Suddenly, Yin snapped out of the memory and told Adriana what he had seen. That's when he realized that the kidnapped child was none other than himself. Vincent was not his real father, and the woman in his dreams, Asla, was actually his mother. Adriana then told Yin that his mother might still be alive and that she could help him find her. She then left the room to check Yin's blood analysis. She met with her boss and revealed that Yin's test results were inconclusive. His blood had no special formula. It was just like a normal human's. Her boss was confused, so Adriana explained that Yin had inherited his powers from his parents. Her boss still didn't understand, so Adriana elaborated that both Asla and Yin's biological father had the formula in their bodies. Now, her boss ordered Adriana to kill Yin before he became too powerful. However, Adriana argued that Yin could be useful in their fight against Mule. The next day, a woman named Esther came to meet Yin and offered to help him escape. Yin agreed and left with her. Along the way, Esther easily defeated the guards in their path. But before they could escape, Yin insisted that he needed to take Vincent with him. Meanwhile, Percept had already infiltrated the building. When Adriana realized that Yin was missing, she immediately sent agents after him. However, Percept killed them all. Yin, Esther, and Vincent managed to escape in a car, but Percept punctured their tires. Unfortunately, this caused them to crash. Before Percept could reach them, Yin created an illusion that made their car disappear. Their plan worked, and Percept left the scene. That night, they found shelter in a hotel. The next morning, Yin asked Esther why she was helping him. She replied that she just wanted to do something right in her life. That's when Yin realized that Esther worked for the Awareness Organization. Later, Vincent was found completely drunk, and Esther blamed Yin for bringing him along. She scolded Yin, saying that because of him, they had brought along a useless drunkard. But Yin defended himself, saying that he had brought Vincent with him because he wanted to learn the full truth about his life. Esther once again advised Yin to peek into Vincent's mind. This time, when Yin did so, he saw Vincent talking to Adriana about sending someone to Poland to meet a scientist named Kaminsky. Later, when Yin came out of Vincent's mind, Esther asked him what he had seen, but Yin did not respond. A little later, he used his powers to trick a cashier and stole some money. Soon, the police chased him, but fortunately, he returned safely. Now, Yin and Esther were celebrating their loot when they realized that Vincent was not at home. Esther assumed he must be at a bar. A little later, when Esther was in the bathroom, Yin looked out the window and saw that the Perceptor had arrived. Yin immediately created an illusion to make the entire room appear empty. When the Perceptor entered, he saw nothing. However, as soon as he removed the cloth from the mirror, the truth was revealed because magic does not work on mirrors. Yin then attacked him, and a fight broke out between them. During the fight, the Perceptor tried to convince Yin that they were on the same side, but Yin refused to listen. Within moments, the Perceptor pinned Yin against a wall and then noticed Esther, who was hiding in the bathroom. The Perceptor entered Yin's mind and discovered that in order to get all the answers, Yin needed to go to Poland and find the scientist Kaminsky. At that moment, Yin lost consciousness, and the Perceptor left. A while later, when Yin regained consciousness, Vincent returned and scolded him harshly because news of the bank theft had spread everywhere. However, Yin no longer cared about anything Vincent had to say. He told Vincent that he did not need to call him son. Hearing this, Vincent was deeply shocked and said that everything he had done was for Yin's sake. But Yin ignored him and declared that he was going to Poland to find Kaminsky. Vincent tried to stop him, warning that knowing the whole truth would be painful, but Yin disregarded him and decided to go with Esther. Meanwhile, Adriana's agents informed her that Yin had purchased tickets to Poland. Realizing that Yin would soon uncover the truth, she ordered her agents to wait for him there. However, unfortunately for her, the Perceptor had already reached Poland and eliminated all the agents. When Yin and Esther arrived at Kaminsky's house, they found it empty. Soon, Yin discovered a room that looked exactly like the one in his dreams. While exploring, he found a fake wall. Breaking through it, they entered a secret chamber where Arj had hidden his diaries. After reading them, they discovered a shocking truth. Arj's father was none other than Dr. Kaminsky. Meanwhile, Adriana met Vincent again and asked why he was no longer with Yin. Vincent replied that Yin wanted to go alone, so he let him. "Are you insane?" Adriana exclaimed. Do you have any idea how much danger he is in? The Perceptor could kill him at any moment. Hearing this, Vincent realized that he had to fulfill his duty as a father. Meanwhile, after exiting the secret chamber, Yin was shocked to see that Aster had brought the Perceptor inside with her. Aster said that the Perceptor would answer all of Yan's questions, but Yin refused to listen and pulled out his gun. However, the Perceptor remained unfazed and began to tell his story. He revealed that he was Yan's real father. Yin was left speechless. Many years ago, during the Cold War, Dr. Kaminsky developed a formula to read the minds of enemies. He gave this power to his daughter and the Perceptor as well. However, when the war ended, the government decided to eliminate people with such abilities. But then, a man named Mule overthrew the entire government and defeated them. Eventually, Mule and his allies formed a group called Awareness, and they hid their powers to live normal lives. Later, Yin was born. Before Yin could process this revelation, Adriana's agents attacked them. Seeing this, the Perceptor quickly told Yin to escape and go to his house in Spain, where he would find all the answers. Yin protested that he did not know the address, but Aster did. The Perceptor then stayed behind to fight the agents, while Yin and Aster escaped. Eventually, the Perceptor was captured, and Adriana's agents took him to her lab, where they extracted a blood sample from him. Finally, Adriana confronted the Perceptor and addressed him as Mule. She declared that she would extract the power formula from his blood and destroy him. However, she soon realized that the formula could not be extracted because it had fully merged with his blood. She then told her boss that Yin was their last hope. Meanwhile, when the Perceptor was alone, he looked into a robot's eyes and took control of its controller's mind. This meant that he also had the power to control people. Using this ability, he freed himself and killed all the agents in the lab before escaping. On the other hand, when Yin and Aster arrived at the Perceptor's house, Yin discovered that his mother was still alive, but due to the experiments, she was in a near-dead state. Yin entered his mother's mind and saw the Perceptor there, who expressed his sorrow over Yin having to see his mother like this. The Perceptor then told Yin that he could communicate with her through her memories. As soon as Yin entered her mind, he saw a young Asla playing with her little son. The Perceptor then showed him how Adriana's people had tortured his mother. In response, his mother destroyed all copies of the formula and stored the real formula as a memory in Yan's mind. The Perceptor then asked Yin to give him the formula, but Yin refused to answer. He realized that his mother had entrusted him with the formula to ensure it never fell into the wrong hands. The Perceptor grew furious and tried to forcibly extract the formula from Yan's mind. However, as soon as he approached, an invisible barrier stopped him. They both returned to reality, and Yin realized the immense pain his mother had endured to protect the formula. Just then, Adriana and her agents stormed in, but Yin, filled with rage, attacked them all. At that moment, his third power awakened, allowing him to control their minds and force them to point their own guns at themselves. Adriana begged him to stop, but then the Perceptor arrived and urged Yin to kill them all, reminding him of the suffering they had inflicted on his mother. At that moment, Adriana revealed a shocking truth. Asla had actually died a long time ago. What Yin had seen was just an illusion created by the Perceptor. Overcome with anger, Yin prepared to kill them all. Just then, Vincent arrived and told Yin that the Perceptor was merely using him. "Don't make the mistake of killing so many people just because he told you to," Vincent warned. The Perceptor ordered Yin to shoot Vincent, but Yin hesitated. He told Vincent to leave, but Vincent refused and insisted that Yin should not do something he would regret later. Yin argued that he wanted revenge against Adriana and her organization for torturing his mother. Suddenly, the Perceptor shot Vincent. Yin's magical control broke, freeing Adriana and her agents. The Perceptor then took Aster and fled. Yin rushed to Vincent, who, despite his condition, urged Yin to enter his mind. Yin refused at first, worried about Vincent's health, but Vincent insisted. When Yin entered, he saw the truth. Kominsky had wanted to experiment on Yin, and to save him, his mother had entrusted him to Vincent. Vincent had spent his entire life protecting Yin. Overcome with grief, Yin broke down in tears. Eventually, Vincent passed away. Now, consumed with fury, Yin picked up a gun and set out to find the Perceptor. The Perceptor was hiding at a party in a nearby building. Yin followed Aster's voice to the location and used his powers to knock everyone down. The Perceptor then took control of the crowd and launched an attack, but Yin defeated them all. Soon, Adriana arrived to help him. Yin was determined to kill the Perceptor for using him to obtain the formula. But suddenly, the Perceptor pointed a gun at Aster, threatening to kill her if Yin did not reveal the formula. At that moment, Adriana realized something and told Yin that Aster was not real. She was just another illusion created by the Perceptor. Yin was confused because he had developed feelings for Aster. However, the Perceptor continued to threaten him. In response, Yin shot and killed the Perceptor. Aster was saved, but she knew she was not real. Still, she ran to Yin and embraced him. In the end, Yin built graves for his mother and father, Vincent, and vowed never to let the formula fall into the wrong hands. If you like this video, please do subscribe to this channel.